Hello crafty friends, welcome to another mixed media background ideas video. I've got a piece of smooth white cardstock here and my gel plate. I'm going to put dried marigold distress oxide on my gel plate, brayer it out. Now I'm not going to print with my gel plate, I'm just using it so that I can get a nice layer of that on my brayer. And all I'm going to do is run my brayer up my card. And I'll do that a few times in different directions. And I want to just create some visual texture, get some colour down and some simple texture. There's still ink on that, I'm not going to let it go to waste. I will pick it up with another piece of card. So there we go, nice bit of coloured card. Now I'm going to put a bit of wild honey distress oxide on my mat and hydrate it with water. Pick it up with my smusher and smush it over the top to create another layer of texture and colour. It's all about the layers with mixed media. So I'll let that dry and I'll get this and just pick that up. So I get a different look with that. And that can go in my box of backgrounds and bits for another day. So I'm going to dry this with my hairdryer now. I'm going to go back to the dried marigold and blend it through a stencil. This is a nice harlequin or diamond stencil. I'm going to variegate my stenciling so it's lighter in some places and heavier in others. Yep, happy with that. And now for some wild honey. I'm going to ink up this marble crackle type stamp. Pop that on there and press it down. So I'm kind of covering the whole of it, the whole of the panel. Everywhere is getting a bit of everything. There we go. I'm going to give that a really good dry because I want to do some heat embossing next. I'll treat this with anti-static powder to remove static, moisture, greasy fingerprints. And I'm going to use the same stamp. I'm going to ink it up with sticky embossing ink and put that on there. And this is Wow Metallic Copper Superfine Embossing Powder, which I think will go nicely with the orangey yellow. And I'll melt that with my heat tool. And as a final finishing touch, probably doesn't need it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to spatter on some dark copper metallic watercolour. Just adds another layer, a little bit of contrast. And I'll leave that to dry before I make a card or two from it. So I thought with this background I'd make a card and a little gift to go with it. And I'm going to make a post-it note folder. I've got this large post-it note pad and I chose yellow because it goes with this. And this is a piece of linen textured white card. And I'm going to flip it over so I've got the reverse up, the non-linen textured side. And you don't really have to do any measuring with this. You just place your post-it note in a corner, leaving a little gap. And I'm going to make a mark there. So this gap here will be the same size-ish as this gap here. And I'll pop this in my trimmer and trim that down. And now I want to put that back there and make a little mark just above the top of the post-it note. And I'll pop this in a scoreboard and I'll score roughly where that line was. And fold that. I'll use my bone folder. And if there are any pencil marks on it, I can just erase those. So that is now like that. If I put it that way, I'm going to push that right into the corner there and put another little pencil mark just above here, and again score with my tool, erase that, fold, and now that can go like that, and I'll flip it over, push the post-it note right up to the edge there and make a pencil mark roughly there and cut it. Just going to neaten this long edge up because it's a bit fluffy from the blade on the other trimmer. And now that fits nicely in there like that, and to keep it there like that I can take that off the bottom. Now this is sticky, so that will temporarily adhere there, but I want to permanently adhere that bottom one down. So I've added some tape runner and I'm just going to place that where I want it and press it down. So that is adhered by the bottom post-it to the folder. So now we've got this little folder, and we'll decorate that with a background in a minute. So to start on the card, I've cut a stitched rectangle panel out of some more linen textured card, and I'm going to put it on a linen textured card blank. And I'm going to do, I think, a landscape card. I want to cut 3 banners. I think I'm going to do the big one out of this. And I've got this smushy bit of blue from my box of backgrounds and bits. And I'm going to cut a banner from this. And a bit of smooth white card. I think I'll do some stamping on this in a minute to give it a bit of a pattern. So I've got some small flower stamps here. And I'll stamp some in tumble glass, which is a pale blue. I think it's the same blue as that. Just have these tumbling down there. And now for some wild honey flowers, slightly smaller ones this time, and a little bit of copper splatter to tie it into the background that we made. I'll dry that quickly. So I've changed my mind. I'm going to do this on a 5x7 inch card blank, and I'm going to do it portrait because I think I prefer the dimensions. In a minute I'm going to cut a panel out of this, but before I do that I want to stick on my banners. I'm going to line them up at the top just so I can get everything straight. I'll chop off this overhang because it's just getting in the way. So I've arranged them in a higgledy-piggledy fashion. This one is coming down further than this one, further than this one, and they're offset so you can see all of them. Now I'll put my stitched panel on, get that lined up. It probably won't cut properly through this, but it will emboss the stitching on top of the banners, which is what I want. So it hasn't cut all the way through, as I suspected, but I can just trim along the lines. So that can go on there, like that. My sentiment says just a note. It's one of my print and cut ones. You can download them from a link in the video description. And I've cut it out with a stitched rectangle die. It can go over there, diagonally opposite. So I think this just needs a little bit more embellishing. It needs something focal pointy here. So I've die cut this bow from some copper foil cardstock. It's a matte copper, maybe even rose gold, but it goes well with the metallic already there. And I've got some white thread, and this has got a bit of shimmer to it too. I'm just going to wind it round my fingers into a bit of a nest. Add some glue, high-tack white glue, to the back of my bow. Pop my nest here and add my bow on top. Not quite in the middle of the banners in that direction, but it's a pleasing spot, I think. Now this is going to take a little bit of holding down to get that glue to stick and stop that thread coming away. I'm Got a bit of extra glue on a glue spreader here, so I'll add that like that and hold that down. I will trim off some of the excess thread, and I can use a damp baby wipe to wipe off any glue from the foil. And for a little bit of a finishing touch, I'm going to add some copper penny Nouveau drops. So that's the card finished. Now I'll show you what I did to the post-it note folder. And I did exactly the same thing really. I used a smaller stitched rectangle die for the panel. I used smaller banner dies for the banners and a smaller bow. I added that circle there, the scribbly circle of thread, copper penny Nouveau drops, and I put the sentiment in the middle because I just felt it worked there with these particular dimensions. And I decided to use my corner punch to round the bottom corners on the top and the bottom, because I think that just looks a little bit neater really. So that's those two. I have actually made 2 more cards with the scraps left over. For this one I had a long strip that I hadn't cut into, so I squared it all up at the corners and stuck it on a 4x6 card blank over to the right hand side. I then added a 5mm wide strip of black card, a celebrate sentiment on this intersection of the rule of thirds grid, and then I die cut out lots of flowers using this multi-flower die and added them small to large and then down to small again along the black strip, and I think the black really helps those flowers pop and stand out. And for flower centres I use the copper penny Nouveau drops again. And for the final scraps, I used some small banner dies to cut out banners from the mixed media background and the blue background, alternated them in a swoop on the front of this card. I glued them down onto this panel of stitched white card, and I used my pokey tool to poke holes once they were glued down and I knew where they were going to be. And then I used some more of that shimmery white thread and stitched through the holes so it looks like the banner's on a bit of string. I stuck that down on the front of the card and trimmed off the overhang and added blue hearts onto the mixed media banner and copper hearts onto the blue banners. And then I popped my sentiment in here because it just fitted nicely in that gap. So there we have 3 cards and 1 post-it note folder made from that one 4x6 background, plus a blue bit that I pulled from my box of backgrounds and bits. Please excuse the starlings, I've run out of bird food and they are berating me soundly. I really enjoyed today's video, especially putting together the post-it note folder, something a little bit different from me. If you want to see more videos in which I also make gifts and other things like journals and whatnot, then do let me know, because you can do so much more than card making with your card making supplies. Right, thanks for watching and I hope to see you back here very soon for another video. Bye for now.